morning. We wish we had more time to get into this.
Right.
All right, 17 after the hour here in the Imus in the Morning program. So every once in a while, somebody leaks to one of these blogs. You wouldn't see it, but one of these media blogs about how my ratings suck on television on the Fox Business Network compared to CNBC. And you never hear, and nor do they ever print, that occasionally, this is unbelievable, we're in half the homes that CNBC's in. Now, here's how much they suck. Mm-hmm. Occasionally, we actually beat them. Did you hear what I just said? Occasionally, for any given hour, here at the Fox Business Network in the morning, doing penis jokes with fat people dressed up like Elvis, we actually, with somebody sitting here with cancer, we actually beat CNBC. So do they want me yakking about that? Well, of course not. So what can we do to shut him up? Well, we'll leak crummy ratings, misrepresent ratings to get one of our butt boys in the media to print them. Well, how humiliating do you think it's got to be for CNBC to look at their ratings and say, well, God, how did this happen? I mean, the Fox Business Network, they're in half the homes we're in. And then the Imus, over there with fat people dressed up like Elvis, and got blonde babes talking about nonsense? He beat us? That's how much we suck? We can't suck enough. Of course it's humiliating. And so, but when one of these media blogs or one of these websites, but they never want to talk about that. You know, generally we have the best ratings of any show on the Fox Business Network. Dobbs does great at night, but generally we have but do you ever read that? Of course not. And then, you know, to think that I won't say something about it, I've been doing this for a long time. So 40 years ago today, I started at NBC. So, you know,
Peach is fuzzy, baby.
And you know when somebody else will do what I've done in broadcasting? Never. Because I've been driving the bus for 40 years. It was NBC, and then they got sold to FAN, and then I got fired a couple times. But I got fired at NBC in '77, and they had to bring me back. Well, people thought, when I had to go back to Cleveland, people thought it was over. It wasn't over. And I got fired here 3 or 4 years ago. People thought, well, that's it. Wasn't it? I've been driving the bus for 40 years. I've been on the most powerful #1 talk station in America, WABC in New York, now, 40 years later. Not doing a weekend show at QXR at 8 o'clock at night playing oldies, you know. And don't talk to me about gambling. It was nice people, but it was John B. gambling, and then it was John A. gambling, and now it's that other nitwit over there. He's not a nitwit, but the kid over there. But talking to Arlene Francis and reading the school closings is not a morning show. That's not doing anything. I've been kicking people's ass for 40 years. Yeah, I ought to be dead. I certainly shouldn't be on ABC and Fox. Now, 40 years later, you know when this will happen again? Never. Never.
Unprecedented.
That's right.
So for CNBC to think they can leak stuff and that I'm not going to, you know what'll happen next that keeps up? It'll get personal. Because if I will compare, this is unfortunate, I feel bad about it. But if I will compare our own Fox PR department, which actually is pretty good, to Jerry Sandusky, I'll do anything. What is it I won't do? Nothing. And I would do anything 40 years ago. Well, now, obviously, I have. You know, they're getting beat by somebody who has cancer. How do you think that makes them feel? So that old bastard's over there, been doing that 40 years, got that fat Rob dressed up like a dead Elvis Presley, and he's kicking our ass. That should never happen, never. Oh, my God.
I don't care if the rain's on freeze as long as I got my